I saw this podcast with Peekay and David Weiss from a few days ago, and the issue with truthers or so-called truthers in the truth community is many people lack discernment. You definitely got to look at the details and listen to every word that's spoken, because you're going to hear some truth with many of these people, but if you look closely, you'll spot the lies. I'm going to get right into it. Let's take a listen here to this clip, and it's very revealing. We all know the world's a stage, but according to Peekay and David Weiss, it's not. Let's take a listen.
And I want to tell these people, Putin is the greatest leader in the world at the moment. He's the only one resisting against the New World Order. He is doing all these wonderful things.
And that's absolutely hilarious for someone to say that. For Peekay to state that I'll say it, put in, with the name itself, it's a planned names, he was put into place. What does Putin want? He wants a new world order, which Peekay claims he's against. And people that are poorly researched don't know the history of what's taken place on the world stage. They're not going to know things like this that I've covered back in 2014. Again, the plan names was put in. He was put into play by very powerful people. Take a look here. If you truly believe Peekay, what he says here, that Putin is a hero, take a look here at Putin with Bush, Chinese leader here, and you see the colors. We'll get into that momentarily with the gold and blue, but look at the Masonic symbolism in plain sight. And again, they speak through signs, symbols, dates, numbers, and colors with the gold and blue, which just so happens to be 33 numerology, not only in Pythagorean, but also in Chaldean. Both numerology aspects that they use come to 33 for your 66. And the so-called hero that Peekay claims with Putin, with Clinton, again, George Bush, Obama, and Trump. And no doubt whatsoever, with all these so-called world leaders and all the other individuals, as you see here. Take a look here. Almost looks like Peekay wearing a beard. Give me a break. You gonna trust this guy here? I'm not. You can, but I'm not. Specifically when he tells you, right here, as I played earlier, for the record, Putin's a hero.
Putin is the greatest leader in the world at the moment. He's the only one resisting against the New World Order. He is doing all these wonderful things. Wonderful things.
A man, again, that called for the New World Order. Now let's take a look here at Peekay's guest. As we all know, David Weiss, and take a listen to what he says here. Again, the contradictories have been tremendous over the years with David Weiss. It's an absolute joke. He doesn't remember the lies he lied about. Take a listen.
The main goal is to wake up the world, right? And people say, oh, I'm in it for the money and everything. Are you kidding me?
Now, here we go. Very revealing from about 5-6 years ago with Robbie Davidson. Take a listen to what David Weiss says when Robbie Davidson says, hey, doesn't it feel amazing when people come up to you and say, what an amazing job you did. How great it is. How does it feel, David? And David answers. Let's take a listen.
This is life-changing. David, do you ever stop and think about exactly when these people walk up to you? I'm sure you get all different types of people, but really when they're looking you in the eyes and they're saying, honestly, thanks for what you do. Like, isn't that the most amazing feeling?
It's not the reason I do it. I'm doing this selfishly for me.
And that tells you all. The contradictories are obvious. And definitely for anybody that listens to Peekay, you need to understand something very, very simple. He's been on YouTube for too long not to know that Putin is one of them. How could he not know this? And if you're following this man, this individual, Peekay, you don't get it by now, you never will. And that's the topic I'm going to get into right now with Peekay. Why do you select the name Peekay? His name is Peter, but why Peekay? You have the double E's. And here you go. The 33s with the name Peekay when you flip it around. Just like I mentioned before when it comes to Freemasonry. With the name itself, when you flip it around, you get your 33. And let's get a little bit of a closer look. And you get the all-seeing eye within the pyramid and the S for the serpent itself. And this is the exact reason why you never see Peekay mentioned Freemasons. Very good reason. He's one of them. Make no mistake about it. Without a shadow of a doubt, what you're dealing with here is two agents in place.